This is the Lock-Picking Lawyer. The lock I have for you today is the Brinks 95mm mini U-bar lock. Locks like this are usually used to secure chains or security cables around things like bicycles or motorcycles. So they're supposed to be pretty beefy, and this one certainly is. Taking a look at the shackle, we can see it's a 14mm shackle that I did a file test on. You can barely see the mark right there, but it's certainly well hardened. Most bolt cutters aren't even going to get around this shackle and would stand even less of a chance of cutting it, and to saw through this would be an endeavor. The locking lugs that secure that shackle are not spring-loaded. It's not shimmable, so that's a positive. You can see a lot of plastic on the inside of that lock. I don't know if it's structural to the locking mechanism. If it is, then heat would be a major vulnerability of this lock. But let's just assume it's not for now. The lock body looks like it's roughly 1/8 inch hardened steel. So again, a saw attack on this lock would be relatively difficult. Moving on to the core, we can see that this is a 7-pin tubular lock. It's billed in the literature for the lock as being pick resistant, and we'll put that to the test in just a moment. But before we do, I should note these types of tools. These are tools designed to impression tubular locks like this, and it's a major vulnerability of a lot of the cheaper locks. That tool does not work on this lock, and there's an easy way to test whether it will, and that is just to go through with a probe and feel the pin stacks. See heavy tension, very heavy, and almost feather light right there. Go on to the next one, another really light tension. It's that variation of tension around the core that makes these locks resistant to self-impressioning tacks. So if you feel that, don't waste your time. They're probably not going to work. Okay, so let's try to pick this open the old-fashioned way, single pin picking it, and see just how pick resistant this core is. Okay, first one is springy. Click out of the second. Click out of the third. Big click out of the fourth. Nothing out of the fifth. He feels like he might actually be set already, maybe a high cut. Okay, click there. I've picked this before. Number 7 will not move until you lighten up on the tension just a bit. I don't know if that's a security pin or if it's just rough machining, but it's possible this has security pins in it. I don't feel much of them, but that could be it. And there we go, we got it open. Unlike many tubular locks that require you pick it in multiple positions to open, this one only requires that you pick it one position and it opens up. So not terribly pick resistant to someone single pin picking, so probably not going to give you an awful lot of security to high value items, things like motorcycles. So take this for what it's worth. It is a relatively inexpensive lock. I got this one for I think about 15 bucks, and you get what you pay for. That's all I have for you today. If you have any questions or comments about this lock, please put them below. If you like this video and would like to see more like it, please subscribe. And as always, have a nice day. Thank you.